Today is known as Catfish Day. National Catfish Day is a nationally observance in the United States celebrating the value of farm-raised catfish. The day was designated as June 25, 1987 by President Ronald Reagan, who issued the Presidential Proclamation after the U.S. Congress called for a day to be established in the House Joint Resolution 178. The day is usually celebrated by including catfish in meals or even holding a catfish festival. So how do you like your catfish? Boiled, baked, roasted, grilled, fried? Tell us, E.T., how do you like your catfish?
I don't eat it at all.
Oh.
I'm not a catfish person. I'm not a fresh fish pepper soup person.
You.
I don't take fresh
What's the
fish.
story behind this absurd behavior?
Actually, somebody actually said, "You're weird."
How do you not eat catfish?
I like it, bro. I don't eat it. I don't like it. I don't, whether it's roasted or boiled or whatever.
But did something happen to trigger this dislike for catfish?
No, really. I don't like the smell.
Oh.
I don't like the smell. The smell actually gets to me, so I don't take it.
So if
I might even manage it as dried fish, not roasted. So not as dried fish, like normal dried fish you use for soup.
You don't need to
I can
explain
take
it. I
that
do all
one.
of
Yes, I can take that one. But if you do it like a barbecued fish, you're on your own. I won't take it. I won't eat it.
So if we make it in such a way that it doesn't smell, would
it won't work.
But do you like other fish? Other type of fish?
The croaker, Titus, yes, I do. But Titus, if it's fried, croaker, if it's fried and it's barbecued, yes, I do.
You see, if I want to invite you to my house, first of all, get a rule book of how to make.
You just have some funny eating habits. It happens to everybody.
I think everyone has a peculiarity. Now, some viewers will kill me for this. I've never tasted amala. I am not looking forward to it. I've never had it.
You see? You see?
I never. People will come for me, but please, I don't eat amala.
It's not your fault, you know. It's for some reason, it's just something that appeals to you. If it appeals to you, you rock it. If it doesn't appeal to you, then
I will support your catfish movement.
Thank you.
Okay. After the Catfish Day, let's find out what's in the news. So what did you find for us today?
I'm trying to clear my throat without actually giving it the whole effect. Okay, in the news today, what actually caught my attention was the headline for 476 online platforms devoted to bring down APC, and this is by our one and only Honorable Minister of Communication, Information, Culture and Tourism, and Communication, basically, Mohammed. So he said this yesterday at the federal government, that he said this, and he said that they want to bring down APC. Why is, I don't want to say that he's the
Minister of Information of APC.
He's the Minister of
Elsie said that, right?
I don't want to say that, but I know one thing for sure. Is he supposed to be representing federal government, or he's supposed to be representing APC?
The party.
So here he needs to draw that line, because as a federal officer or the civil servant, he's not supposed to be partisan, because it's not part of his job description.
It's you there
yes,
that is saying he has to be loyal to the people that brought him in. I
totally understand. And he said this, that it was a daunting task for anyone to be an information or manage information today, in quote, especially in the digital space, that one of the challenges that causes this is the challenges faced by anybody who is managing communication and information is the digital space, which we know Twitter plays a huge role in it.
How active are you on this Twitter?
I'm not that active, but I was just getting to
they did that
get
to you.
The feel of Twitter,
So sorry, darling.
So he didn't state or identify the online platforms, but like I said, we know the platforms, or some of the platforms he's actually.
So is it that anybody that speaks or opposes APC is trying to bring APC down? So we know how many platforms we are counting.
Look, if you're for me, you're for me. If you're against me, you're against me, basically. I think that's what he doesn't want anything that is detrimental to the government or to APC,
to his party.
Basically. Like I harped on the first time, he should try and draw that line with due respect to him, he should try and draw that line between being a partisan official or being representing the party, representing the federal government. You know.
Okay. Thank you. I think that for some reason, I think that he's going to be the most popular, I don't know whether for good or for bad, Minister of Information.
He will not be
ever.
Forgotten.
He is always in the news because my news is about him.
He will not be forgotten in years to come.
My news is taken from the Daily Post, and it says, FD makes U-turn, denies sponsoring bills to regulate social media. Now, if you recall, you know, last week, so let me just quote what he said. He said the minister made the call at the public hearing on the bill to amend NBC Act organized by the House Committee on Information, and I quote, "I want to add that specifically internet broadcasting and all online media should be included in this because we have a responsibility to monitor content, including Twitter," he said. Now, you know, the news caption is actually funny. Now, what he's denying is not what he said. What he's denying is the sponsorship. Because when I saw the headline, I was like, oh, but he said this. You get, so he just harped on sponsoring. They are not the ones sponsoring it.
And so who is sponsoring
you know this
NBC?
The bill was initially sponsored by Senator Mohammed Sani Musa, I think in 2019. That was when it first came out. And it was the Protection from Internet Falsehood and Manipulation Bill. So what he said is that, see, as somebody that they called to come and give advice, I've told them what they should add, but the federal government is not sponsoring it. So I think he basically just was playing on words. He left the meat of the matter, which is saying that you were trying to use this to hamper, you know, freedom of speech. And also stem the media from doing its work,
exactly.
You know, and not being partisan, just as you've said. But the man has come to clarify, we're not sponsoring it, but we have contributed to it. So I hope Nigerians have now heard the difference.
I truly do dread a day that they would actually tell us that, oh, we can actually express ourselves the way we want to express ourselves, and the social media bill actually goes through. Because if this
has actually, a day to dread, actually.
If this actually happens, we don't want to talk about other television stations that are being owned by the government that they have actually relegated to, you know, doing just
their bidding,
basically. So it will be like
it will be a disaster.
I don't want to use the word of Fela saying suffering and smiling. In this case, nobody will be smiling because today everybody is angry. Even in the when you're in traffic, you're driving along the road, everybody's upset. So they should just, I don't want to look forward to that period. They shouldn't just go through with it.
Hopefully, we still can exercise our rights. Because I think
love what ECOWAS has already done, basically, to state that they shouldn't prosecute anyone that has, you know, that has used Twitter, since they actually stated that it should be prohibited.
Well, let's just hope that they do not come up with any other funny laws or any other funny thing to know, just keep people there. But just as you said, we all dread that day. We hope that that day never comes. I think that the country has, well, let me just say from my hope that the country has gone beyond that stage where someone would just come and, you know, autonomously just declare something and it happens. I think that people are becoming more aware, and SERAP is really working. You know, they immediately swung into action, and I think SERAP with about 147 or 157 people actually, you know, took them to the court. But I think we are that aware to not let this happen to us. I think and I hope. Okay.
I pray so.
We will see you after the break when we come and talk about our topic for today. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.